Right, so this is a quick walk around video of my 1986 Ford Capri Laser 2 litre. Got it for £5 with no MOT, so it was a bit of a risk, but a risk worth taking. It needed 2 new tyres and it passed its MOT. Then I took it in for a service and it needed new calipers, new radiator, 2 new gaskets, an oil seal, new rear leaf springs, and that's all been done now. The leaf springs, if you need them and you see some that fit your car, get them, because they're far and few in between, especially for the 3 litre, and the 2.8 is different from the 2 litre. I believe you can modify them, but who wants to do that? I'm not a mechanic. I do overtime at work and pay a mechanic to do things for me. Of course, with the coronavirus, everything's on hold now. So it looks awesome. Painted the lettering, I don't know if you can see that with the light. Just finishes the look off with a bit of white writing around the wall of the tyre. You can see it's like, doesn't look brilliant on that tyre, it fades pretty quick. It looks awesome, but I don't think I'll do it again because I don't have the patience. And one on the front wheel on the other side, the paint pen exploded on me. It doesn't look very good. So that'll be one thing to get when I can, is some tyres with the white writing on it already. It's got 64,000 miles on the clock. It's well worth joining the club if you can. There are free ones, far and few in between. It will get you a little bit cheaper insurance on the old classic car insurance. So everything's original on this car apart from the fan. The previous owner has a little bit of trouble with it overheating. So it's got like an RS fan or something fitted, something like that. See, the paint pen exploded there. Looks a bit naff. I just think the Capri is one of the best cars in the world. So let's have a quick look inside. It's got a sunroof, which is awesome. My old one didn't have a sunroof. It took, I don't know if the alarm's going to go off. Mobiliser and alarm fitted, which you definitely need, because there's a lot of scoundrels about. Got the original mats. Car does need a little bit of a hoover. Steering wheel seen slightly better days. I've got a new steering wheel for it. 60, where is it? Don't even see with the light. 64, 443 miles. Tuner knob needs fixing. The tape doesn't actually play tape, so I'll get that fixed at some point. And there is just a little bit of trimming to do here, slight tear there unfortunately, a little bit of stitching on the seat there and there. Hopefully I get round to it at some point. I don't want to sell this car, but with the current coronavirus bullshit going on, you never know what's going to happen. There's a lead additive, another thing to do, about £700 to coat and harden the pistons. I do like the 2.8 interior, it's absolutely amazing, but the shape, those back seats look awesome. Can't afford a 2.8, and I think I don't really want to spend the fuel on a 2.8 injection, but maybe in the future, you never know, might win the lottery. Got money to pay the lottery now. Sunroof, baby! Look at that, blue sky, that's what you want when you're on lockdown and can't go out. Oh, look at that, blue. Everything works on the car, including the full beam, which I didn't know how to turn off. I didn't want to press the switches too hard and then break it, so I drove around with my full beam on for a little bit. It goes the other way as well. Just looks fantastic. I can't really see what I'm filming with the light, but hopefully it's coming out okay. I don't want to make this video too long, so let's get a move on. tempting, because there's so much you can do with these cars, it's tempting to do stuff to them, like chrome the handles, the rubber bits around the windows, windscreen wipers, but as tempting as it is, I'm not going to do it because we want to keep the car original. Bit of WD-40 on the locks helps. Let's open up the boot. Am I zoomed in? It was a very tight, well actually, it was a very tidy car underneath the dirt when I bought it, because the guy used it as a daily commute, which is awesome. That's how I used to use mine, because you got to enjoy them. And not the previous owner, but someone many years ago did actually paint all this with the anti-corrosive paint, the black stuff, all in the engine bay, all underneath, all in there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's absolutely solid. The pump for the rear window does need looking at, so not everything works, but very clean, very tidy. Just let you know this car isn't for sale yet. I'll let you know in a few months when I probably don't have a fucking a job. Was key. I've already got one person interested in it, so purchased for £5 grand. I spent about £2,000 on it, and about 7,100 and something pounds all in. They're just absolutely beautiful cars. They're great to pop out in the sunshine for a run. Obviously go to your car shows and your car meets whenever they'll be back on. I love this little knob here with the little musical note on it. So let's pop the hood. Sorry about my camera work, it's probably quite shaky. My old one was metallic silver. It looked absolutely awesome. Someone had lowered it. I put a full chrome V8 sounding exhaust on it. It was absolutely amazing. He had metallic silver, much better silver than the Bodie one, and it had like a blue and red sort of line crisscrossing like lightning down here, and then it went along here. It said Capri, and then the trim continued along that line all the way to a point that it just looked amazing. So let's just lift up the hood, bear with me. So I have got a new distributor cap on it and new handmade high performance HT leads. I think they need replacing about every 60,000 miles, and this has got, as I say, 64,000 miles. When they did the rocker header gasket, he cleaned and painted the top part of the engine. Absolutely brilliant. A garage called Etwell Garage in Surrey. Couldn't fault them. Absolutely brilliant. When it does get fully restored, the bottom half of the engine will obviously be cleaned and painted. This manifold system will be come up like new, and also this metal guard here. Yeah, absolutely wicked. And there's all the black paint as well, the protective stuff. So it's a solid car. However, there is, unfortunately, I think, some water going down in the hinge there, and it is slightly dripping out into the driver's footwell, which is worrying, especially as I'm now not going to work and don't have the money to do it. But hopefully before the winter that will be repaired. Eventually this will be fully restored. You've got your little bubbles coming up here in a couple of places. Just looks absolutely awesome. Just an old proper engine. Look at that. If I got one of them chrome K&N filters on top, it would make it look absolutely special, but I want to keep it original, and the air filter in there, although you do have to replace them every whatever 1,000 miles, it's just as good as a K&N air filter, so why bother? It's tempting to get a high performance, easy flowing manifold system, but you want to keep it original, so, and it's not like I want to race this thing, so, but yeah, it's very clean, very tidy, absolutely love it. So let's start it up. Hey, if you do want to buy this car and you want to give me 10 grand for it, post a comment, mate. You can probably take 10 grand for it. Let's it's worth that much. Someone on eBay had exactly the same car, like literally exactly the same, apart from it was in, or at least looked like it was in brand new mint condition. 54,000 miles on the clock, and that was up for sale for 19,500. So if we can get a good deal on a classic car, put a little bit of money in it, bit of luck, you can make some really good money on it, which is obviously what a lot of people do. Right, let's start it up. So the door interior looks absolutely awesome. Yeah, just absolutely wicked. There's a bit of play in the steering wheel, a bit of shake, so I've got some new bushes to fit, but I haven't actually fitted them because we're on lockdown, so fair enough. There we go. You don't start it for a week or two, it does take a little bit to start. One thing which didn't work on my old Capri, which is absolutely awesome, is this. Look at that metal thing going up. Full erection of the antenna, please. Absolutely awesome. It does work, it's just not tuned on the station. So the tuner knob is a pain. It's actually broken, so you can't just glue it back on. But it's pretty cool when you put on a radio station and you start playing stuff from the early 90s. Watch that, baby. Love that. My parents had a Cortina Mark IV, Mark V. And they used to have a coat hanger sticking out of there. It still works. No coat hanger here though. Yes. It's nothing like the sound of an old engine. So let's conclude this video because I don't know how long it's gone on for. There she is. Car in my way, I can't get back further. There you go, red 1986 Ford Capri Laser Mark III 2 litre. This was manufactured in Germany in December and registered in the UK January the 19th, I believe, 1987. So other than the Brooklands model, it is one of the last Capris they made, which is a real shame. I mean, the hatchbacks are awesome, but mate, do you realise what you've done? Eh? Got rid of the old Capri, the old hatchbacks. Just looks brilliant. For anyone who knows, that grille obviously isn't a Mark III, that's a Mark II grille. Something the previous owner did. Looks absolutely brilliant. I thought it, make mine a little bit different, and then you see one in the front cover of Car magazine, they've done the same thing, but they got a yellow one. Has been primed and painted. Ford, baby. That iconic hood. Capri designed by the guy from the United States that designed the Mustang. This is the British muscle car. So there you have it. If you do have any tips or tricks that you might want to share, please comment below. For example, the car cover rubs the paint, I don't know if you can see that, rubs the paint off the mirror. Folded them in. How do you stop that? How do you stop the car cover from moving in the wind and rubbing off some paint off your mirrors? Let's conclude. That's the end. So take care everyone. Hope you're all okay in these difficult times, and good luck for the future, because this 3-month lockdown, this is the easy bit. Alright, thanks for watching. C'est la vie.